What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. We are playing New Doom. I've already beat it. It's amazing. Fucking love it. But now I'm playing it for y'all. I'm gonna be adjusting some of the settings because I actually have a challenge that I need to do for playing with custom settings. So I'm playing on a bit higher difficulty, but I am testing. Just for a little bit more fun. Welcome, Dan. Yes, it does appear that you are the first and only viewer as of now. How's my audio coming through? Any adjustments I need to make? Game audio down. Drop master volume down to, say, 55. Let me know how that is. But yeah, I have already beat the game. I haven't 100%ed it yet. That's going to be something I do on my own time, but I wanted to make sure y'all get some gameplay before I go back and devote my life to finishing it. Overall thoughts on the game? Probably the best Doom game I've played. And I've played them all.
We will not leave here until the heart of Argent is found. It is close.
The Horde will tear this village to pieces, but our time is running out. Soon, the humans will summon him.
King Novi, we found the entry point. It doesn't make sense, sir.
The barrier is still holding, but our scans show that 3 portals were opened from inside the village.
The demons couldn't get past the barrier, so their followers are letting them in. Vera.
The transports. How much time?
Get me the new bishop. Valen's armored division is still an hour away.
We could
So
try
that's
and launch
Commander
the
Thera.
admins.
You will hear
There's
me
no time.
repeatedly refer to her as Commander Mommy.
Bishop Creed. We need him.
Commander. Thera, this temple must remain guarded.
The village of Colleen is a mining
That's
zone.
one fat ass
If it
angel.
falls, everything will be destroyed, including your Sentinel energy reserves.
Launch the Slayer.
Total purification targeted for the village of Kalim.
I'm so glad it kept my weapon skins from my previous playthrough. I've mastered about half the guns, so I've got the gold skin on half my weapons.
1. Release.
And since I did start this in a new slot, I'm not sure what all, if anything, carries over aside from skins. So we'll just have to wait and see. And that skin for the Slayer is actually what I got for beating the game.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Alright, so first let's take a look. See if anything carried over. It doesn't look like it. I'm at base health, base ammo, base armor. But it looks like it's a fresh playthrough. And I'm so okay with that. Forgot I don't have my melee weapons yet. So, one complaint that I've seen about the game that I don't entirely disagree, but I also think it was changed for the better. There's no glory kills anymore. I mean, not in a traditional sense. There's now, like, that, what you saw, that was my glory kill. It's been very simplified. And the reason I agree with the change is it doesn't... You kind of handicap yourself by locking yourself into place for a glory kill animation.
Confirmed. Weapon drop incoming
And
in 3,
so,
2,
in a game
1.
with this many enemies on screen at one time, the old glory kill system really just didn't fit anymore. And now we get melee. So the melee in this game replaced the chainsaw as your primary source of ammo. Definitely need to go back for that. Yeah, so this is a life sigil. This is essentially a self-revive. You go down, as long as you've got a life sigil, you can come back. They're kind of like the extra lives from the previous Doom games. Except where in the previous games, you could have an unlimited number of them. In this, you can only hold 3. And honestly, it works a lot better. There are some fights that I did feel like I needed more than the 3 for. I don't have my shield power yet. Okay. I know a lot of people were really worried about the slower pace, but I really don't feel slow. Like, once you learn the mechanics, you can do so much with the game's movement.
The main gate is under lockdown. There's a key in the nearby church. Route in the location.
Definitely hit harder. Alright, and now we get to more of the parries. Anything that's green can be parried back at the enemy. And they're called Hell Surge attacks, and it comes really into play later on in the game. It is very much an essential part. So I actually have not played through much of Quake. I played Quake 4 20 years ago, so I don't really have much reference, but avoiding spoilers, there's actually quite a bit in common with Quake. We as a community are pretty sure that it's a shared universe. And you'll find out why later on in the game. I'm really glad I was able to spend some time with the game before I streamed, because this game, now that I've learned as much as I have, I'm really happy to be playing on a higher difficulty. I'm familiar with the map. Have I missed any secrets? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I did. What is that? This. So, out of the 22 chapters, from my first playthrough, I was able to finish 14 of them 100% on the mission. So I really don't have as much cleanup as I thought I would. I still need to work on all the weapon mastery and stuff, but I think I did pretty good for my first playthrough. combos is so satisfying. Being able to deflect in the same frame that you do a shield charge is just... it's so good. It feels so amazing. There's some stuff up here. Oh, and Doom the Dark Ages takes probably my favorite approach to fall damage of any game. This is the Doomslayer. You're supposed to be this, you know, epic, badass walking tank. So the way fall damage works in Dark Ages, you don't take fall damage. You deal fall damage. When you land, it's like landing in a suit of power armor. You just absolutely decimate everything below you. Alright, getting a little bit hairy. So I actually didn't use the Shredder much in my first playthrough, but it definitely, all of the weapons feel extremely touchy. Like, there's never a bad situation to use a weapon, which is great because one of my biggest complaints about previous Dooms has been not necessarily the lack of weapon variety, but the lack of weapon viability. Certain weapons just were not really viable throughout the majority of the game.
All hell gates closed. The village is secure.
Before we move on, we do have a couple of secrets around. We'll go ahead and pick those up.
Tier 5 readings in the South Bay. Incoming.
Secret key is actually a new thing in the Doom series. Obviously, obviously, previous games we've seen the use of, you know, the different key cards, but now we have a new one called the secret key, which is used specifically to open up secret areas. Like this. Armor pickups before I move on. Let's see, how's the map looking? Ooh, I'm definitely missing. Oh, I remember doing this. Kind of struggled with this one, actually. Such a weird jump. Those do a lot more damage than they did before. What the hell? Alright, that should clear out the secrets for this area. There are still a couple things that I'm not quite perfect at yet. Like, still need to get the timing down of some of the parries. Getting the timing between pulling up the shield and being able to shield bash. I have noticed I do a lot of this whole move where I'll pull the shield up and not really do anything with it. That's me trying to pull up the shield to quickly shield bash and failing at it. Excuse me? Okay. That is the earliest I've had to use a life sigil. There will be times, now that I know what happens when, that I would choose not to use a life sigil in favor of respawning and saving that life sigil for later. Back here. I also really do appreciate that the game keeps track on your map of what secrets you've found. So like that checks off my secrets for this.
They're making a final push.
targets have been neutralized.
I also really like a lot of the returning characters from the series, such as that is indeed King Novik. We deal with King Novik's ghost in Doom Eternal.
The Makers felt a weapon as powerful as the Slayer
should be guided.
And you agreed?
He's not one
of us. They want assurances, and so did I.
The beast is tearing through our ranks once again. And still, you continue to be influenced by this outsider. It is not this witch who is forced onto the battlefield against the Slayer.
All the power of hell cowering before one man. Our enemy is divided. The time is now. And the heart of Argent gives us the power to conquer the beast and crush his allies.
The Horde is yours to command. For now, Prince Azarek. I will be informing the High Council of your progress.
They fear him, and so your dominion over hell is not absolute.
Avoid the Slayer. We should focus on breaking the humans first. Then resume our search.
And there you go, the first level of Doom, the Dark Ages. I'm kind of gonna speed through the reward screen, just so I can actually show you guys more of the game in a single.
Sire, the demons are now targeting the Sentinel's energy relay. It powers their transdimensional barrier.
Yes?
It is an energy field which prevents the demons from opening a portal into this world.
It doesn't work.
What you see now is a result of Sentinel civilians falling under the influence of demons and opening portals for them. A mere leak in the dam, sir. If the barrier were to break,
Slayer vitals increasing.
It's remarkable how he can survive the power surge.
Yes. We purify his mind and leave only his hatred for the demons.
But his resistance to the Tether's influence is increasing.
A request to the Creed for additional energy reserves has already been made.
Launch the Slayer immediately. He's at the drop zone. Deploying weapon pod now.
Alright. Getting our next weapon. And now, the fun.
Targeting demonic threat.
Reroute all units to the energy relay.
So any superheated metal can be instantly detonated with a shield. And you can superheat enemy shields simply by damaging them repeatedly. Do we have mission challenges yet? No, it does not appear that we do. I will say on my first playthrough, I really didn't use the shield throw stun a lot. That's definitely gonna change now that I'm playing on some higher difficulties, because it's a really good way to keep a single demon out of the fight and just completely stun. Be able to get there. Oh, okay. Got some puzzle solving to do here. Aha! And just like previous Doom games, collecting the little toy models unlocks the full model to view. So, let's actually take a look here. Okay, so it does only track, my models unlocked from this playthrough, which is good. Didn't want to spoil too much there. And I did find out the shield bash can be used for some insane movement techniques. You'll see me check my map a lot. I like to be very thorough when I play.
Facilities are under lockdown.
And now we're seeing the game's new currency, gold, which is used for weapon upgrades. There's a couple of different currencies, but gold is the primary one. Actually, I think I'm going to upgrade my shield first and foremost. I'm going to hold off on upgrading the melee because I don't have the melee weapon that I really use yet. There are a couple of different melee weapons, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I absolutely fell in love with one of them. Double back and check out how to get those. Okay, I need the blue key card first. And if you've ever played a Doom game, you know. The only way to survive is to play aggressive.
Welcome to research and development. Operations are...
Yeah, I didn't screw that up. Cool.
Incoming demonic presence.
Eventually, I'll be able to take those Incubus guys down in seconds. Shit. God, that is satisfying.
Plasma gun test in progress. Please get the floor.
Still want to get up. I feel like I'm doing pretty good on the exploration for this mission so far. The way you really want to take out the Incubus is to get up close, essentially taunt him into doing his close range attack, and then parrying it. Because not only will that stun him, but it also will stun most demons around him. gonna do that though, you gotta be ready for the parry. This should be open now. There we go. There's also a finite amount of gold in the game. However, after my playthrough, I didn't get all of it. But I almost was able to upgrade everything, so you don't need to collect all of the gold in order to fully upgrade everything. You do need to collect all the gold for completion.
Commander, we need assistance out here.
Because it does count towards your completion percentage on the level. Like here, I've collected 130 out of 210 gold on this level. Okay, before I go there, let me double check to make sure I got everything back here. I can't collect that life sigil because I'm already at 2 out of 3. Or 3 out of 3, I mean. Trying to remember how to get in. Right. There we go. Gotta backtrack a little bit. Ah, there it is. That did something. In here? No. Ah, there we go. So, you don't have the double jump anymore. However, if you fall, you can jump in the air once. It's kind of like a half double jump. If you don't jump before leaving the ground, you get a jump. Probably should have checked the map before I jumped into there, but oh well. Looks like we got lucky enough that there wasn't anything left over there. I'm going to avoid those fireballs like the plague because on the easier difficulties, they were a bitch and a half. I don't want to see what they do on the higher difficulties. Another upgrade shrine. Is this? Yes, this is the one I want. Trying to remember how to get there. Oh yeah. I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure that out on my first playthrough. A little embarrassed by that because the answer was right there in front of me the entire time, but we live and we learn. Looks like that's all the secrets and collectibles. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, we're about to have a new mechanic introduced to us called Demon Leaders. God, that ricochet. Chef's kiss. Shit. Perfect. Get some health back. What hit me? Oh, you asshole. Oh shit. Okay, no wonder my melee is not working. I'm out of melee charges. Yep. Here we finally get the leader mechanic. Care of that armor. So leaders are basically beefed up versions of normal demons that you'll fight. But once you finish them, you use the heart demonic essence upgrades. That is how you upgrade everything from your weapons, your ammo capacity, your shield, or your armor, and your health. Later on, there's also an interesting mechanic with leaders called morale, where there will be a leader, and with the leader will be hordes of enemies. And you have to actually take down the other demons before you can damage the leader. You have to kill their morale.
Engines online.
Neuralink established.
So yeah, this is the Atlas Island. They've teased us for so long about it. You know, it's been in the background of both of the last Doom games, and we finally get to pilot one.
Sir, a Titan broke through. The energy relay is under attack.
If that core explodes, the city goes with it. Dimensional barrier is shutting down. We can't stop it now.
Let's see if I can get through
How
this
long do we
segment
have?
with a no-hitter.
The reactor has sustained heavy damage.
Hello, King Novik.
More Titans ahead. Support team, deploy weaponry.
Incoming.
approaching the core.
The barrier is critical. Relay overloading.
We need to pull everyone back. That core will explode. He needs to evacuate now.
He's trying to save the city.
Really not my
Slayer,
style.
there's a strip mine nearby. I'll mark it for you.
The crane ship has disappeared from radar.
So far, we have successfully done this mission without getting hit.
No response from the makers. Tracking the Slayer for evac now.
Oh, well, I guess that works.
The transdimensional barrier is offline. Demonic activity is surging. The Creed has requested an immediate report.
Return to the Sentinel barracks.
I did as you asked. Now please, let her soul be at peace.
And the heart of Argent
Is sealed in a chamber. I told you, I cannot open it. No one can.
that is a good pausing place. The stream is not over, but I have to run to the bathroom. So, back in a minute. Alright, we are back. So without further ado, let's continue.
A distress signal was sent. We've tried contacting them. No response.
I sealed it from him, but it is an artifact of immense power. Forgive me.
They're inside!
The Heart of Argent, discovered in AR-722. An artifact said to contain the soul of the last wraith. Powers and origin unknown.
Assemble the guard.
Demons in the north wing. Valen, with the Slayer guarding the barracks, we'll take the airships. Rally at the priest signal.
Also, I just want to point out that I can sprint through a ton of shit. What are these pews made out of? That I can't sprint through them, but I can sprint through the guardrails. Some hefty pews.
Demons have entered the facility.
We got mission challenges now available. We got find 150 gold, kill 40 demons, execute three hit melee. Given us super easy challenges to start, but they do not stay easy, I can promise you that. And this is my favorite weapon in the game. This thing is incredible. And you will see why momentarily. First, let's go ahead and take a look here. Oh, well, I might have already missed something. That's unfortunate. It crushes up skulls. It uses skulls as ammunition. And it crushes them up and uses the shards as projectiles. It is a machine gun / shotgun. Alright. See if I can go back and get that stuff that I missed. I don't think I'll be able to, but it can't hurt to try. It does not appear that I can go back.
Establish contact.
Oh, actually, I did not miss it.
When we reach Eratum.
I just haven't gotten that.
Commander Thera, the demonic presence around the priest signal is getting larger.
Looks like I've been pretty thorough so far. Alright, looks like that's all the gold for this area. Don't think I can go down there. No. Yeah, there's also no damage. You don't take damage if you fall off the map. It just puts you right back up.
Occult energy detected.
There's the challenge for three-hit combos done. double back and grab the armor and health. And continue forward. Okay, so there's some secrets ahead. This is a little bit better than the first time. Don't have time to get a shot off. Shit. That sucked just a bit. Okay, now let's remember how to do it. Nope. Oops. That's going to be a point of no return, so let's double check everything. Yeah, I'm not sure why that objective marker won't go away. It happened my first playthrough as well. What set me on fire? Okay. There's definitely no fire there, but okay. So, the best thing you can do with the stalkers, because of how difficult they are to stun, being invisible, you can't really lock onto them, is to get some kind of fodder demon near them, and then use the shield bash on the fodder demon. Because the AoE stun will stun it. Armor. Grab ruby. This is the second currency. This is used for higher tier upgrades on your weapons. Okay, yeah, looks like I got everything over here. Ooh, weapon drop. Ah, the Impaler. So, the Impaler is actually the second form of the... I forget what the second weapon I picked up was. But essentially every weapon in this game has a second turn. Two weapons that use the same type of ammo. And you can switch them on the fly, like this. There definitely were not 3 of them the first time I played through this. Getting a little bit dicey here. Oh yeah, when you finish an enemy with the Impaler, it fucking nails him to the nearest wall. It also gets massive headshot damage. Let's go ahead and get some more upgrades. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Shield will recover faster from taking damage, and recovers faster after breaking. Do I want to spend that yet? I think I want to wait. Like everything.
This attack on the barracks is a diversion. My father will need help. Ensign, mobilize the Slayer's dragon. Marking the Slayer's HUD now.
Look, I appreciate you dropping a view, but do not advertise your stream in my chat. You will be banned. Let me rephrase. Don't advertise your stream in my chat without permission. map so far. Looks like we're good on that side. Good to move on. Oh, that's whack. There we go. Probably take a look at how my mission challenges are going. Not bad, not bad. All the gold over here. Yes, it is. Alright, and on we move. Shit. Still looking good over here. That was not at all how you're supposed to get up here. I just happened to know that was there. Okay, so it looks like that's all the secrets. Looks like I'm still missing one collectible. Probably a codex. Okay, that is good to know. I can only block 2 lost souls before my shield breaks. That's gonna complicate things later. I just remembered what part is coming up. Oh, I'm so not prepared for this. Still missing just a little bit of gold.
Slayer is approaching the bridge to the Dragon's aviary.
Okay, would you look at that? And my last collectible. So the final tier of upgrades, I will not, yeah, I didn't go with the 3 armors. I will not be able to get until about halfway through the game is when the final currency starts dropping. See, this is where I lost my first 2 life sigils in my first playthrough. I hate these things with a passion. Champions have gold armor, which takes reduced damage from your weapons. Parrying health. Okay. So, I didn't fully read that in my first playthrough. I didn't realize the gold armor couldn't be broken. Yeah, that DOT, Jesus Christ, just tears through me. Oh, I'm stuck in the corner. Those little pools of acid that he drops are insanely deadly. And he just knocked me right into one. Oh, I so screwed that timing. That shot. Nope. Alright. That's one big ugly fucker down.
Aviary unlocked. Clear the Slayer's launch pad.
Alright, I think that is a pretty good spot to go ahead and end the stream for the night. But thank you for joining, and I look forward to showing you guys more, because this game is so incredible. I will catch y'all on the next one.